me, baby, show me.
Hi up guys, so this may come as a surprise to some of you. Billesh55 back doing a video on ATS. In this video guys, obviously I'm just giving you guys some content to watch while I essentially go through what the main point of this video is, which is basically explaining where I went, what happened in the time that I was away, the circumstances of why I went away, and then my current situation and where I'm planning to go from here. So guys, we'll just do a quick introduction on the game anyways. I'm running a Volvo VNL, as you can see. We're going to get the truck started. We got a delivery to do from Yellowknife, I believe is where we're at the moment, and we are going to be going to oh god, this is tight. I hope I make it round, which it looks like I am doing. We are doing a load of, I believe it's dynamite, to, I think it's Dease Lakes in British Columbia, Canada. But yeah, anyways, so we're going to go quickly pick that up, and I need to get the truck configured at some point as well, so I want to do that.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Right, correct me if I'm wrong, but that looks like coastline mining. Yeah, that is coastline mining. There's 2 coastline minings here in Yellowknife. Who would have thought? Anyways, right.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
So, yeah, anyways guys, I know
keep right,
I imagine a lot of you probably have questions for me as to where I went, why I went away, all this sort of stuff. And once we pick up our load, I will be going through that, guys. Now, just be aware, in this video, I will potentially be going off topic and off track a lot. This video doesn't really have much of a structure, but all it really is doing, guys, is to fill you guys in on the basics. But I appreciate if I go off topic, I apologise. But like I said, this video is more going to be me just rambling, if nothing else.
Get ready to turn left.
Thank you, Peterbilt. So yeah, just please be aware of that. Oh, and the garage just happens to be right next to this coastline mining job, so that's good. As you guys can see, I'm using an automatic gearbox. I've got a Logitech G27 wheel with the manual gear shifters. I don't have any SKRS sort of clobber to it yet, which I'm planning on getting in the future. But for the meantime, I'm keeping it as auto because I do not enjoy. Thank you very much. I do not enjoy having to press a button unrealistically through
Get ready to
the
turn
like sort of button box that the G27 gear stick has. But oh god, oh Jesus, that's not good. Wow, that's embarrassing. Okay, let's back out that. Just click that wall there. Come on, there we go. But yeah, so I'm just using automatic, plus also it just makes it easier because I don't have a track IR to use the mouse to look about.
It was a nice ride.
Anyways, so I keep putting the clutch down out of habit as well because I use a manual gear. Like I do use the manual on ETS2 MP when I'm playing with Cameron and my other friends on ETS2 multiplayer. But yeah, sorry guys. So yeah, we'll get this truck loaded, get the configuration done, and then we will go over some of the we will cover the topic of this video. Right now, oh wow, the brake sensitivity is ramped right up. Okay, so that's where we want to be. So if I just bring the trailer around here, and then hopefully we can just back the truck in, or near enough straight away. quickly looking at, I don't know, I don't really drive bull-nosed trucks that much, so I wouldn't know if I'm getting close to that wall or not really. From what I've seen, sometimes it's more greatly exaggerated than what it actually appears to be visually. I've got a cup of tea as well, guys. Right. Parking brake on. Let's knock off the lights. Put in neutral, engine off, and load up. Right, I'll just finish my tea and then we'll crack on into this.
Let's do this.
Let's. Okay, so cup of tea out of the way, let's just quickly check our route. We also want to be going to that, and looks like we're either going over or under a bridge. Past Fort Simpson and Fort Nelson, past Watson Lake, and into Dease Lake. So fairly, I don't know, I don't want to call it a short run as such.
Go.
19 hours, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot longer than what it looks on the map. Christ. Okay, let's get the beacons on as well. As soon as we are hauling dynamite, quite literally. Yep, I knew I was going to clip that. I am very rusty and I really shouldn't be. Okay, so guys, as you guys may have noticed back whenever it was when I left YouTube, I you know,
Turn right.
Oh no, I've got to turn right here, don't I? Yeah, as you may have noticed, guys, I was away for quite some time.
Turn left.
It wasn't that I wanted to leave YouTube as such. To put it bluntly, you know, it's the typical excuse, life just took over. At the time, I officially left or stopped doing YouTube regularly around about the LCDPS Camera Cops episode 100 to 101. That's when I really officially called it quits. 102 and 103 were sort of pre-recorded footage, if you will.
Get ready to turn left.
After that, I sort of just did snippets here and there, and
left.
as you can appreciate, it was irregular. Some of the quality wasn't really there with it, and it's just overall, it just there wasn't the passion in there as much as there maybe should have been. That being said, my life was getting busy as well. I was running 2 jobs, and overall, just trying to keep on top of things more than anything. It was getting to the point where I was having to micromanage my time, you know, to the point of what I'm doing every 10 or so, 10 to 15 minutes, which wasn't great, but it was just one of those things. Now, although, oh Jesus, although, excuse me, I'm really sorry guys, I've got hiccups now. I've just had pizza and 2 cups of tea and ugh, my body's feeling it. Now, although I did leave YouTube, or my life was busy enough, at the same time my motivation for YouTube was slacking. Let's make no bones about it. You could, you know, you could be the most famous YouTuber in the world, and you know, near enough, every single time, they will have moments where they just want to take a step back and chill out, which is as it should be, really. You know, there's nothing more to say than that. I was the same, and because my life was getting busy, I didn't really have much of an excuse to keep the fight going, and I didn't have the motivation there or anything like that. I just didn't, and I'll make no apologies for that.
Time to hit the road.
However, as time went on, I just started enjoying life away from YouTube. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I hated doing videos or hated doing YouTube. In fact, I actually really enjoyed myself when I was making YouTube videos. The thing was is that at the time I didn't have the motivation, and I was having so much fun with my actual life that I wasn't really doing much else, or wanting to do much else. On top of this, I've actually now reached a major goal or ambition in my life without the distraction of YouTube. So that's also something that's pretty big to consider as well. And it's possibly also one of the reasons why I'm now coming back to YouTube, because I'm there, you know, as such. I'm happy to say that at 24 years old, which I am currently, I've you know, been able to have that, what's the word, I've been able to achieve my life goal since I've had when I was 4 years old, but that will be to come in another video. Where was I going with this? I had two options of where to go next on this topic, and I've sort of split between the two, come to an indecisive moment, and then just hesitated and lost my train of thought. Brilliant, Will, brilliant. Okay. Well, one thing that I will say is that it is my intention to come back to YouTube. Obviously, as you guys can see by the fact that I'm coming back to this video. Now, the main reason why I didn't come back to YouTube, guys, well, there are two main reasons. At the time that I'd left YouTube, I was living in Kent with the two jobs, blah 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 blah, and it was sort of like the two jobs that I was running. One I really loved and enjoyed, but it just wasn't paying the bills, and it was a part-time job. The other I didn't really, you know, I didn't hate as such, but it wasn't my type of gaff, and it was pretty decent pay, don't get me wrong, but at the same time I wasn't getting that quality of life. I had to make the decision where I left the job I loved, but then also pursued a career with what I was doing currently, just with different circumstances which would make it more enjoyable, which I did, and moved up to Yorkshire from Kent. And during the move, because my dad has moved in with his girlfriend now, so you know I've flown the nest, as it were, back then at 21 years old, and probably should have done it sooner, but hey, we can't really put an age on it given today's expectations. But I digress. So I went off to Yorkshire, and our house we near enough packed up into a storage container, with the exception of a few things. However, one of these things that went into the container was my computer, which I use for YouTubing. And obviously, guys, as you're probably putting this together now, you'll figure out I've only just got that computer back last weekend. It's now Thursday. I got the computer on Sunday morning. I've set it up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is actually when I'm recording this. I digress again. So yeah, we've got this container full of stuff. I've moved to Yorkshire to start my job full time, which I really enjoyed, and I had the intention of getting my PC then start doing some stuff as well, recording, etc. However, I realised that my job doesn't really allow me to, because I'm driving a lot, but my job doesn't really allow me to, you know, be at home a lot. And so I thought, well, I know what I'll do, I'll buy a laptop. Bought a laptop, you know, sort of haphazardly, and I gotta say, guys, it was probably one of the worst mistakes I did, just purely for the fact that the specs were shocking on it, in all honesty. I'm speeding. it was an i7 processor, but it only had 2 cores. It only had 8 gig of RAM, which, okay, alright, it's nothing to sniff at, but at the same time, I'm looking at this right now, and I'm on 9.0405 gigabytes of RAM, just because I've got Firefox running in the background and everything like that. Now, literally just base game and fraps, guys, that's all we were talking about, and the game was near enough scoffing the RAM, the processor power, like the cores, the graphics, the whole shebang. Some of the games that I was playing, the graphics card couldn't even keep up with this laptop, so that sort of sealed my fate in my return to YouTube. I wasn't planning on leaving YouTube forever as such, hence me coming back now, but it severely delayed things. Tried taking the laptop back, blah 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 blah, wasn't covered under warranty. Yeah, basically life mistake there, guys. Further on, during my time in Yorkshire, I was still chasing contacts and connections for what I'm doing now, and I'm in a completely different part of the UK now, but I'll go into that in a separate video as always. Yeah, the long and short of it was that I've moved to this new place now, and it was one of my ideas, it was one of my missions as such, to get this computer back up and running at a point where, you know, I'd be able to you know, start recording YouTube videos again, all that sort of stuff. So I am finally, I can say, I am finally now working my way back onto YouTube, which raises the question really, and I'll put it to you guys. Let me know what sort of content you would like to see, because I'm always going to have my what I call my signature games in there. As you guys know, I was doing truck driving for a while, you know, and ETS2 will always be there. GTA 5, maybe. I mean, I want to go back to GTA 5 because I've got more Robux. But at the minute, like, I only really played GTA 4 because I had a community. I don't really have a community anymore that I'm playing with. So GTA 5, yeah, maybe. But until then, nah, probably not. Really, as I stop, it goes to green. Jesus. But yeah, so I don't know if I want to, absolutely. But yeah, I'm just still playing with the idea of GTA 5 and 5M and all that. Tom Clancy's The Division. I've got The Division 2, I only recently got it. Funnily enough, I bought it when I still had my laptop, would have run it. Brilliant. Arma 3, absolute legendary game. I saw the new DLC for First Contact, I wasn't, yeah, I think they could have done better with the storyline there. But, I mean, you've got to keep it somewhat realistic, I suppose. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying I'm one of those freaks with a tinfoil hat on my head, but even the storyline of an alien invasion, you know, as likely as that is to happen, could have been hyped up a bit more than what it was in the storyline. That's all I'm saying on it. But Arma 3, as a base game, fantastic. Got all the other DLCs, Laws of War, jets, tanks, you name it. All good fun. Even carts. I mean, who the hell's going to be using a cart in fucking a war zone? Really? I digress again. But yeah, so, you know, I've got all my signature games there, so if you guys have any suggestions or whatever that you think you'd really enjoy, then yeah, let me know and I'll see if I can start reaching out to them. In terms of my previous videos, I will probably, I'm not sure whether to keep them up or take them down. Only reason I say it is because of copyrighted content and stuff in the games. Like, I wasn't, oh Jesus, I wasn't massively hot on the copyright content stuff. Like, I don't mind including copyright content in my in my videos as such, but obviously you know, you're not able to monetize the video then and stuff like that. I'm not going to lie, monetizing my videos is something I would quite like to do, and that's why I just want to sort of take those down, because I'm dabbling with the idea, just for the pure fact I'm not sure whether having those copyright videos up affects my monetization ability as an account, or if it doesn't. But I'm genuinely not sure about that. If it doesn't affect it for my future videos, then yeah, I'll keep those up, absolutely, and I don't want to take them down, if I'm being quite honest. Yeah, if I have to, then I will, is the long and short of that. But that being said, I appreciate my channel was quite a chilled out channel. It wasn't really one of these professional YouTubers type setups, and to be honest guys, you can only really be so serious with YouTube. I mean, I do get that some people's living depends on YouTube, which is why there's that massive hissy fit about Article 13 and all that stuff, which seems to have died away somehow. So there is that, but yeah, I mean, I would only really use YouTube monetization as like a side hustle, if you will. I'm quite happy in the job I'm at now, and I intend to stay in that job for as long as I can, in all honesty. So yeah, I'll have random... Thing is guys, with the job I've got, I can't really keep to a schedule as well, so stuff like that, it's just like, yeah, can't do it. A lot of roadworks on this stretch of road, I will say. But yeah, no, that's near enough it. I'm looking at, you know, getting into non-copyrighted sounds for content and videos and royalty-free type music for that. It's definitely helped me out. So yeah, future plans for the channel then, just I mean, ultimately carry on as I am doing at the minute, but I'd like to be able to start monetizing my videos without having them copyrighted, so that's one thing I've got to do. Would definitely like to start getting my subscribers back up again, because obviously it has dipped, albeit minimally, since I stopped YouTubing. But yeah, oh, why are you going so slow? Why did the truck just come to a dead stop there? Gearbox. But yeah, so and just also just being able to like engage with you guys a bit more. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to reply to every single comment, but I do appreciate that. You know, that I will be listening to you guys, even if I can't reply to all your comments. Even if I can't reply to all your comments, guys, I genuinely will be listening, looking out for you know, suggestions, stuff like that. And at the most, if I can't, or sorry, at the least, if I can't do it, I will do my best to try and, you know, reply to you as to why I can't do it, so it sort of gives you an explanation. But yeah, I'll try my best to do that. Yeah, I need to tidy the channel up a bit, that much is for certain. Start doing playlists or something like that, and yeah, just really, in fact that's one thing I might do, is tidy up the YouTube channel later today and get it all organised. So you may actually notice the channel being tidied up before you actually see this video come out. How's that for a, like, timeception? Oh Jesus Christ, 80 miles an hour. Whoops! But yeah, I gotta say it guys, I'm really looking forward to coming back. I'm quite interested on getting into 5M, I'm not gonna lie. You know, since I've moved to because I moved to this place where I'm living at now 2-3 months ago, and in all honesty, I haven't really had a chance to touch GTA 5 since I left YouTube. I've dabbled with it here and there, but only on vanilla. I don't know how to mod it, I don't know how to, you know, even do the basic. Oh Jesus! They don't even know how to do the basics of even changing a vehicle out, let alone going into sound files or you know, textures, handling lines, all that sort of stuff. Because from my understanding with the GTA 5 directory, you've got you have like different DLC folders, and depending on what's what in that is you know, you have to find specific vehicles in each DLC folder, and sometimes you're just completely unaware which one's which. One thing I have looked into is that like you can create like just a modding folder, and that just you can just add on cars on top of what's there already. So that's something I will probably be looking into. I've gone on lspdfr.com, best place for it. I've also checked out modding Universe, I think it is, and I think GTA Police Mods just recently came back online, so massive shout out for that. Massive props to that, because I've got to say I did miss GTA Police Mods a lot. Yeah, I've looked into doing some GTA 5 modding. Rage plugin hook is baffling me enough as it is at the minute, so please be patient with me in regards to, oh Jesus! Please, all I ask is for your patience in regards to the GTA 5 modding scene, guys, because it's gonna take me a while to get my head around that and even start actually making some vehicles if I want to start creating police or fire vehicles for GTA 5, which is something I'd quite like to do. It's on the list of things to do. But yeah, other than that, guys, I've got a basic community set up, and a basic like network of friends who will be joining me on the YouTube videos from time to time. And yeah, so it won't just be me constantly rambling on like I'm doing now. I appreciate it's boring. Albeit actually, don't get me wrong, these roads are beautiful, but they are dull as well. Up here in, was it Yellowknife or wherever? I enjoy these roads actually, I'll tell a lie. They're just very singular, or they're not very varied, if that makes sense. It's just beautiful scenery, which usually makes people go, oh wow! And it's like, well, yeah, alright, it's beautiful scenery, but is it like, a junction? We're actually at a junction, guys. So here's me starting to slag off the route, and the route's just like, hold up a minute, chap. Okay. In terms of the rig, we are driving a Volvo VNL. With a reefer on the back, dual axle, 45 foot I believe, with the tandems slid or positioned to the front. Do we need fuel? No, we're alright. 760 miles, and we got, yeah, well over 1,000 miles worth of fuel in the truck, so this will be a straight run, guys. Happy days. But yeah, where was I? I just completely went off topic there. That one. Video editing software on. I've just recently downloaded. Like, I haven't even found a video. Well, I have. I found a video editing software called DaVinci Resolve, which is free software, guys. However, I haven't actually opened it or had a look into it yet, so I might need to do that as well before I even get this video together. Not that this video is going to be anything fancy or anything like that. At the end of the day, this is just a ATS video / update video, and more just to say I'm coming back, really. Played a bit of Arma 3 on the PC last night. It handled it like a dream, and yeah, it felt really good to be back into Arma 3. Actually, I was doing some gun runs in the Wipeout for 2 infantry soldiers on one of the servers, which was really fun. Just nice, chilled out, relaxed game. What else we got to say? I don't know. I think that's it. It's just me rambling on now, guys. ETS2. Oh, actually, one thing I will say: when I was setting up the computer after it being away, I've got, I think, 4 or 5 different hard drives. 2 of them are external, and 3 internal. One of them's the SSD. Now, as all my ETS2 and ATS players will know, is that ETS2 and ATS, a lot of your mods and your music folders are stored on in your documents. Well, this is stored on my SSD. My SSD had sod all room to it, so I think, to be fair, a large amount of the 3 days has been sent troubleshooting and sorting out the SSD, and I've got it now where the documents, pictures, videos and music that was on my SSD has all been now sent to my HDD, but that's my internal 2 terabyte HDD in my computer. Oh god, slow down. Oh Jesus. Yeah, well, at least the police got out of it alright. But I've actually sent them properly to the HDD and tasked them to the HDD so that the SSD doesn't take any extra load in terms of any of those 4 things, which is quite nice. Nice and simple. So now I can sort of just add mods like in my documents, or add music as and when. I'm not going to play any music on this game or on this route, just simply for the fact I'm trying to cut down on my copyright strikes and stuff like this from now on, and I will look into if having previously copyrighted content will mean I'm not able to monetize anymore, but hopefully it won't. Also, one thing I'm looking into, actually, tell a lie, I'm already looking into other games, guys, but one of them is SAMP and GTA San Andreas. Oh, whoops. Oh, my lights are on. But yeah, no, that will be one of the games as well. One of my friends is in a SAMP server, and I'm debating getting involved with that at some stage as well. But who knows? Might do, might not. What is this Range Rover's deal? But yeah, it seems to me as well like trying to monetize stuff on YouTube is becoming even more of a task than ever before now, because from what I've heard since I've been away from, you know, the World Wide Web, that YouTube have sort of clamped down on monetizing now. Apparently they'll demonetize your videos if like there's anything they don't like in it as such. So yeah, that's one thing I've got to be aware of as well. But hey ho, as you know, this is strictly a gaming channel, or I try to make it as strictly as gaming involved as possible, really. Tell you what, guys, while it's still daylight as well, I will just give you an overall view of the Volvo with the trailer. It's got the that's neat. It's got the dynamite placard on it and the explosives. Oh Jesus, going off road. It's got the explosives placard taped to it. Not to the front yet though. But no, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't notice that before. Just seeing it now. Awesome. But yeah. This is my Volvo. Nice and simple. Oh god, that was messy. But yeah, so that's the truck. Blacked out wheels on both the trailer and the unit, if you guys saw. Yeah, so one thing I'm quite interested in getting back to, I mean, I'll be honest guys, I'll list out some of the games that I'm looking to bring back to YouTube just as content for the time being. That'll be Emergency 4, like, or as it's also known, 911 First Responders, but everyone really knows it's Emergency 4. Armour 3, I'm definitely bringing that back, whether you guys like it or not. The Crew, I've got the first game. I know there's probably, I think there's the Crew 2 and the Crew 3 coming out or something like that now. I can't really remember, I don't keep tabs on it. I haven't been able to. Obviously ETS 2 will be coming back to the mix. GTA 4, I'll probably swerve it. GTA 5, definitely. In terms of multiplayer like 5M and stuff like this, I'll definitely give that a shot. GTA San Andreas, got to install that yet. There's a game called Ground Branch, I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard it, but it's sort of like Rainbow Six Vegas, sort of ramped up on steroids, or Rainbow Six Vegas 2. From what I've seen of it so far, it's quite realistic. It's sort of like, to me, it seems to be Rainbow Six Vegas 2 mixed with Armour 3. It's quite immersive like that, I will admit. Yeah, so there's that. Might get Intruder back in. That one game I played with WSF Migo, Henry. I'll see if he wants to give that another go when he's less busy, because obviously he's had his stuff going on as well. Left 4 Dead 2, I just love that as just a basic arcade game where it's just, oh yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 is, yeah. And they still haven't made a Left 4 Dead 3. Why? Why not? Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 were the best games going. What else we got? Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I'll probably just do that as a, you know, just a video here and there, because let's face it, probably arguably one of the best games that came out in 2010. And I still think it's probably one of the best Need for Speeds Criterion have actually done. Ghost Recon, got both Future Soldier and Wildlands installed. I know that they've got Breaking Point coming out soon. I am very tempted, guys, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm skeptical in that. It seems to be that they are adding elements of the Division to it in terms of stat rolling and looting, all this sort of stuff, which is like, come on, really? Next thing you know, it's going to be, you know, you're emptying a whole clip into some dude's head and he's still not going down. Like, I don't want that part of Breakpoint, or I don't want that part of the Division to come into Breakpoint. Don't get me wrong, there were loads of good things about the Division, but that was not one of them. And that being said, I will be playing the Division and the Division 2 as well. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm not playing it competitively or with anyone in particular at the minute. It's just something that I'm just enjoying, and I might just add content to, as like silent commentary or videos like that, because I appreciate listening to me ramble at the minute with just random stuff after I've got that out of the way. It probably can be quite boring, not gonna lie, but hey, if you watch through the entirety of this video, I might remember something and be like, oh, and by the way, I'm gonna be doing this. But yeah, I'm probably just spitting out ideas at the minute. And then yeah, Splinter Cell, Conviction and Blacklist. I hope they do some new Splinter Cells sometime soon, because let's face it, we all need a new Splinter Cell game. We really do. That being said, actually, GTA 5 is how old now? You know, still waiting on GTA 6 here, bro. But yeah, needless to say, Rockstar are definitely going to be working on that. They'll reveal it when they're ready. Yeah. But yeah, those are just some of the games which I've got lined up. So yeah, give me a shout if any of those tickle your fancy, guys, or if you've got any suggestions, by all means shout them out, and I'll get back to you and let you know, or I'll try to anyways, comments or video responses or whatever. I think what I'll do is once I've done this video, I'll have a play around with DaVinci and see what I can do with this video, and just mess about with it a bit, see if there are some editing bits or bobs that I can do, maybe spice the video up, because I appreciate sometimes my videos can be a bit bland in their content. And then what else? I was going to add on something to that. Oh yeah, what am I doing for the rest of the day? Then I'm probably going to get on Armour 3 for a bit and see if I can maybe do some gameplay of me in the Wipeout again. I'm not saying I'm by all means some top dog type fighter pilot or some like ace behind the joystick as such, but I just enjoy it and I try to use what I can of the controls in game, but make no mistake, I'm still quite amateur at flying jets in Armour 3, so I'm not saying I'm going to be the best at simulation on that, guys, I'm afraid. Needless to say, I'll try and be as legit as I can with it. Yeah, that is about it, guys. I might speed this video up if I find something where DaVinci allows me to, or depending on what the editing does, guys. But for the time being, I'll mute my mic and just let you enjoy the rest of the video, because I'll be honest, I don't have an awful lot more to say with just rambling, and after a certain amount of hearing your own voice at the minute, it does feel very new to me again. It feels good, but it feels new, and I'm still not quite comfortable with it, as you can probably hear by my tone of voice. So yeah, and then I'll see you at the end of this video, guys, but I'm gonna try not to take up too much of your time now.
Am
Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right. We are finished.
Well, this is definitely an unexpected turn. Let's see if we can get the diff. Oh, the diff lock's pulling us through as well. Oh god, please don't damage. Oh, it disappeared on my main mirror and it just disappeared on the. Oh no, it's back again. God knows what happened there, but yeah, we're through. That's the main thing. Thank you. Bye. Oh my days. Right, where does it want us? I genuinely, I'm not. I think we want to be up here. I don't know though. Oh, there we are. That's us. Oh god, I hate this one. This one is, I don't know why, but every time I come to the quarry site, these parking spots do not agree with me. For some unbeknownst reason to me. I think maybe my brain's just goes into nope, cannot compute mode. And we've sort of got to run the trailer up at it, and it always, I think it always catches. Oh Jesus, what was that? I think that was the trailer, yeah, it was the trailer rubbing up that verge, I believe. And now, oh god, I think we're way wide as well. Oh yeah, we're gonna need to come in for another run at this. Gee, yeah, see, this is what I mean. For some reason, I always have to take a shunt with this. I think it's, I don't know. I was gonna maybe make up some excuse that it's maybe because the steering axle's further forward than what I'm used to on ETS2. or in real life for that matter. But in actual fact, it's probably just down to the fact I'm a shit driver. Right. How hard can it just be to get a trailer straight? What have we got to do there? Yeah, we just want to drag it straight over. Yeah, okay. Okay, alright. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna lean out the... I'm actually gonna lean out the window for this one. Come on. Get up there. Yeah, nose is clear. Okay, I think we're onto a winner with this one, guys. Let's get the unit straight and... Yay, we're in! We got this one, guys, we got this. Right, now... Now this is a cargo market job, right guys? For some reason my steering wheel's not agreeing with the terrain. Now this is a cargo market job, right? I'll just turn everything off now. Now this is a hard-sided trailer, and realistically speaking, they're gonna get a forklift to come around me and unload from the back doors when what I've got is explosive. Not even I'd take a forklift on that. If I'm honest, I wouldn't run a forklift across there. Also, guys, right, well, let's get this unloaded and then we'll head out. Have a look around Dease Lake. Yeah. So, one of the things that I sort of forgot to mention and pinged on as the time-lapse was doing its thing, is that, yeah, as you guys probably know, for some of the, viewers who are coming back, like some of the subscribers that subscribed to me when I very first opened this channel, and for those of you that have been with me through this time, will know and will be able to back up the fact that I'm not a massive fan in screwing about with scripts and plugins unnecessarily if I don't need to, if they have to go into like if they somehow have to be installed via deeply embedding them into the directory or something like that. However, the plugin I'm what? How? Seriously, how? This trailer's just too low for this quarry, I think. That's what I'm putting it down to. Have to go and get that fixed now in the garage. Yeah, sorry, where was I? Yeah, so I'm not a massive fan on putting in plugins or scripts if they are somehow deeply embedded into a game directory and that to the point where I would need to make a full directory backup or something like that to back a game up as such. However, and this one, to be fair, is not even that bad, and it's known as force feedback plugin. Oh god, I knew it. It's known as force feedback plugin, and it's basically if you've got a G27 or what's going on here? If you've got a G27 steering wheel, or I think even a G29 works as well, or some other sort of Logitech steering wheel. This is it's called FFB, and basically, guys, what you do is you drag and drop two files into a plugins folder, which you may or may not have to create depending on your game, to install this plugin. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not really one for screwing about with ETS2 settings and all that sort of malarkey. However, oops, that's not what I wanted. However, I gotta say actually, because I was tweaking around with the Logitech gaming profiler, the force feedback settings in this game, and I just wasn't getting anything that was realistic enough, that I enjoyed. And even actually, if I just show you, with this plugin, you actually have to disable your force feedback. That's how simple it gets. But I remember I was having sliders here, left, right and center, everywhere, trying to adjust this to the most realistic setting. And I can honestly say, guys, this is a plugin well worth a look. If you're interested in it, just go to the SCS software forum, where they've got it there for you guys. And honestly, give it a look, because it is worth its weight, in my opinion. Oh, what the hell? Maybe if I looked where I was going, this might help better. Christ almighty, you can tell I'm rusty at this game, can't you guys? Jesus Christ almighty. Literally just come out the garage as well. No damage, luckily. But yeah, so that's just something I would personally recommend. Hello, Mr. Policeman Officer. Because it is genuinely, it's worth its weight, and you get different sorts of resistance depending on the terrain you're on, or depending on the terrain, the speed you're going at, the gradient if you're going uphill, down a hill, all that sort of stuff, guys. So if you are looking for something that is, you know, is a decent plugin, I would strongly recommend it. Really would, because I genuinely spent 2-3 days screwing about with my steering wheel in regards to you know, getting the settings just right, and I couldn't do it for anything that, you know, if I wanted the real feel, bearing in mind I know how it feels from experience. Force feedback plugin, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but it is definitely worth it's definitely worth the install, if nothing else. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I'll save my location at another stop. I'm just aimlessly driving about now, to be honest. I will, you know, I'll wrap it up there. Just want to say thank you for yeah, figured as much. Thank you for tuning in, and if you stayed to the end of the video, then massive shout out to you, or massive thanks to you rather. It's nice to have some people that, you know, can appreciate me coming back. But until the next time, guys, take it easy, and I'm going to, before I completely end the video, is go and park this truck up for you. But yeah, it does feel good to be back. It does, and it feels good to be recording again. If nothing else, it does feel good to be recording again. Feels good to be, you know, just sort of back, and you know, really well, I'm just repeating myself, guys. You guys know full well what I mean. I've got a couple of games planned, and the next topic I think will be probably me just describing like what I'm going to be doing in plans for updating my system, because at the moment it is very, very outdated. Well, not very, actually. It's Windows 7, guys. But as we know, Windows 7 is coming to an end, so I'm looking at potentially getting an upgrade now. Bearing in mind, this computer has seen me through since 2011. So that just goes to show how good of a system this is, that it's still running the games that are on today. And yeah, might even flog this system on eBay or something like that. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's going to wrap it up. Again, thank you so much for tuning back in, and all I can say is stay tuned. As weird, not cringy, but it sounds weird even saying that. But yeah, stay tuned, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.